you lead me to paradise.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm talking about going back to school as an older adult and some tips to help ease the transition. Now, going back to school when you've had a job or a career can seem really daunting. There's brain fog to worry about, memory issues, and this generalized anxiety about schoolwork and money. But it can be done, and it can be done well. As a midlifer myself, I've gone back to school in the last 2 years doing a social work degree, and despite the challenges, I've been doing extremely well. I completed the diploma portion with a 3.8 out of 4 GPA or an A average. And additionally, one of my friends, my best friends, who encouraged me to go back to school is close to 50, and she's currently completing her master's in social work. I say this to say that it's absolutely possible, especially here in Canada. So, what are some of the tips that can help you get to an improved career through going to school? I would say the first one is to prepare. Ready your mind for learning by immersing yourself in the topic that you're studying. If you're taking science, mental health, nursing, or anything, start by taking smaller classes or courses to familiarize yourself with the field. Before starting the social work and mental health degree, I took an online, kind of self-directed course in addiction and mental health, and I then took mental health first aid training. By doing this, I was preparing my mind to learn and become better acquainted with the field that I was entering. The second step, I would say, or the second tip, is to apply for grants and scholarships and loans and whatever you need to help ease the financial burden. Student loans are scary. I know because I paid for my last student loans for over 17 years. However, there are ways you can mitigate the risk of breaking the bank if you're actively seeking out scholarships and grants or money that you don't pay back. Seek financial advice about your particular situation to see what financial aid you qualify, and just stay abreast with the application process and the dates to keep the flow steady. Some scholarships are even based on your academic achievements, so use your big brain, and pay for your learning. The third step, I would say, is to be proactive about your goal. As older adults, we have the ability to organize and manage ourselves so that we can get things done. In my experience, schools can be quite indifferent about your age and the challenges that come with that. So it is up to you to see whatever accommodations and adjustments you need so you can achieve your goal. Remember that you're paying to achieve something, despite the barriers to learning that are in place for non-traditional students. So you must advocate for yourself. You're growing anyway, and you don't have time for foolishness. So get in there and speak up, ask for what you want and let people know that this is how you need it, and most of the time they will adjust. Fourth tip is to set early due dates for assignments. This should have been the tip number 1. I cannot tell you how many times this has saved my butt. If you have a digital or a manual calendar, and even before school starts, go through the due dates, the application dates, and other important details and add them to your schedule. If assignments are due on, let's say, Sunday night every week, then set the due date for Friday and work accordingly. When you first begin school, let's say weeks 1 to 2, there's just very little to do as people are getting their books, getting oriented. This is where you want to start your readings because there is so much reading, okay? Make notes, and if you're crafty, you might even read through the first assignments and make notes, specifically for those assignments to get ahead. It seems like a lot, but I found that some weeks at all of the 6 to 8 courses, depending on your course load, might have assignments due that 1 week. And try as you may, you will find yourself staring down the clock as 11:59 rolls into 12 with dread and panic. You do not want to be there. It is so stressful. Additionally, since you know that all the assignments are due, you can ask for extensions earlier. This is something that teachers appreciate, and they tend to grant them as they see that you are prepared. Last minute extensions can be harder to get, so having your early due dates can really set you up to win. The final tip is, speaking of stress, to protect your peace and take care of your mental and physical health. Changes can be very difficult, and being in school is an adjustment for most, and not all of it will be rainbows and sunshine, girl. There is the course load and professors who insist on nonsensical things that can affect your grades, and group work. Girl, group work is the devil's device. Pairing with people who do not have the same work ethic or desire or commitment to their outcome as you can put you in strange and stressful situations. Additionally, if you are older, some younger students expect you to do the work for them or coach them or to coddle them like their parents. Do not do it. Be prepared to lose marks because of lazy, apathetic, or uninspired students, and just roll with it. You don't have to get 100 every time to still come out with a successful grade. One thing I insisted on doing while I was completing my semesters on the fast track was not working. This was difficult as I had to budget and scrimp my money, but I knew I couldn't manage both schoolwork and work. However, once the school load got down to, let's say, placement, where I was just in the workplace and a single course, I immediately took on 2 jobs to catch up on my finances. Now, if you are holding your breath or hyperventilating in stress about hearing, about the loss of finances or not having employment, then maybe you can do part-time learning and ask your work for part-time employment. That way you're balancing and you're making money while doing your studies. Another thing is to take time to sleep. Your brain is in overdrive, so give it the rest that it needs. Give it some vitamins, some exercise, and some good food. Eat well and skip the cafeteria grub if you're on site. It is way too expensive and it's gross anyway. You don't need the extra 15 to 20 pounds of freshman, whatever. And the school will likely give you a gym membership. I know they do it here in Ontario. You get a gym membership with your tutelage, so you can get on that stationary bike, you can get on the treadmill, and while you're listening to lectures or listening to your textbooks in audio format, you can get a workout in or just maintain your stamina or whatever it is that maintain your health. Now, being back at school might seem an impossible or unattractive goal. I always think about the fact that time will be passing anyway, and if you want out of your current situation, you might as well just get it started. Hopefully these tips helped you put your mind at ease about going back to school as an older adult. Leave your comments if you have gone back to school or you're dreading going back to school as a 40, 50, 60, or 70-year-old, and what your experience was like or what your fears are. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, Like the video and subscribe. I promise I plan to do more videos, as my second placement is remote, which means I'll be home more and I'll be better able to record and edit videos. Well, that's the video, guys. As usual, you know, be good to yourself, be good to others, be loved and be loved, and be well. Walk good and see you next time.
Luxury breathing, but I don't think I'm living. Yeah, my mama be tripping, saying you acting different, cause I feel so alone. People don't make a difference, they'll be here for a moment and be gone in an instant. Man, this shit got me livid, and I'm the luxury.